Hello everyone, welcome back to Klinger 2. So I was actually on my dad's shed where I box up stuff and kind of put it out there for a little bit. And I came across my old games. And I'm actually going to go through and basically rate these games that I had as a kid. Most of them were as I had as a kid. I'd say probably from like 6th grade and down-ish. And we'll go from there. Cool, so give me one sec. Okay, I'm back. So I'm kind of going to go through these games as like a little bit as if I was like a kid again, like kind of giving like my kid's perspective review on it, since I haven't played a lot of these games in a long time. And if there is a time frame where I did play it afterward, I'll kind of announce that and give like my overall opinion. I'm sorry for the camera shaking. I should actually take my arms up off the table so it doesn't shake. This is a terrible setup. But yeah, there's a lot of games here, so this game's probably going to be quite a while, or this video, I mean. So yeah, I'm just going to get started. And some of these games are a little bit newer, some of them are kind of old. PlayStation 2 to Xbox 360 type stuff. So, first game, Skyrim. Love this game still. Loved it then, loved it now. This is the like special edition. This is like, it came with like 2 discs in here. Came with like 2 discs. I don't really know what was going on. I think one of them was like a CD for like how they made the game or something like that. The other one was like the actual game. But overall, still a good game. Probably, I'd say now it's probably an 8 out of 10. Back then it was like a 9.5 out of 10. All right, let's see here. Next game. Ooh, here we go. We got the original Kingdom Hearts 2. Some of these are in my game thing. Remember that memory card cartridge, like carry-on area? Alright, so that's not there, but I do have this disc. It's in my binder. A lot of these will be in my binder. Not many are going to be in there like cases. Kingdom Hearts 2, saw a game when I was a kid. When I was a kid, I thought this game was like the best thing of all time. So like, probably as a kid, 9 to 9.5 out of 10, straight up. Like this game like was awesome when I was a kid. So yeah. Let's see here. Ooh, here's another one. Okay. Crackdown. The original Crackdown. This game, I don't know. When I was a kid, I thought this one was like, kind of like run of the mill. I didn't know what Grand Theft Auto that was. I didn't know what Grand Theft Auto at that point was. So like this was actually kind of a, it was cool because I didn't know what Grand Theft Auto was. But even at that, I thought it was kind of lame. I'd probably give this game like maybe 7 out of 10 when I was a kid. Maybe even less than, maybe like a 6 out of 10. I didn't really think this was that fun. For me at least. Remember this? You got the actual game manuals and stuff in this. Oh, what the heck? Let's see what. It's like an action thing? What the heck? Oh, it came with the map. Interesting. I didn't even know that. This is like brand new information. Some of the gameplay. The new one was terrible. I didn't play the new one, nor do I want to. But I need to go do something real quick, so I'll be back. Alright, I'm back. So, back to the next game. Jak and Daxter, the Precursor Legacy. The Precursor's Legacy. I don't know. Precursor Legacy. Alright, so this game I actually bought recently on PlayStation 4. And I like it still. It's not bad. It's all like a 3D platformer from back in this days and age. But like with all of them, it's aged very, or the majority, that it's aged very weirdly / poorly. I think it's probably like an 8 out of 10 in current standard. Maybe back then it was better, but as a kid I like playing it. I like the art style and stuff like that. The controls are kind of weird. Camera's weird sometimes. Some of the missions, like the driving missions, were pretty weird. But, yeah, pretty fun game overall. Not too bad. Alright. Oh, here's a good one. So we got Modern Warfare 2. Modern Warfare 2, the best-selling game, Xbox 360 of all time. Modern Warfare 2 is pretty fun. Everyone knows if you're in the Call of Duty scene, pretty much you either got Modern Warfare 2 as your favorite or you got Black Ops series for the most part. I think Modern Warfare 2 is pretty fun. This game, when I played it, I personally didn't enjoy that much. Just because I got killed a lot. I got better at Call of Duties. I mean, this one I had maybe like a .4 KD. It was my first Call of Duty that I actually like played a lot because my friends played it. Oh man, the multiplayer was not the greatest experience for me. I got absolutely just destroyed every game basically. I'd say probably like max for me. Like, I think the game's fine. I think it's probably 8 out of 10 for me as a kid because I just didn't really enjoy it as much as most people would. Alright. Oh, does this one have like a CD in it maybe? Okay. Got Oblivion, precursor to Skyrim. Oblivion's pretty fun. I think Skyrim's better, but that's just a personal opinion. Oh, this is a dual disc. Don't have that much often. The last one I've seen of that was like Red Dead. This one's kind of strange actually. It doesn't have a big manual at all. This is also a newer Xbox 360 game. You can tell that due to the what the heck is this? Oh, Prey 2. Put advertisements in the CDs before. The only reason why you can tell this is kind of newer is because of this. They updated this as the games progressed throughout the years. So like, for instance, that's an Xbox Live logo up there for Xbox 360. So it's an older-ish game. And then this is the newer one with just like the green marks. So this is kind of a remake most likely, or an updated version. Yeah, Game of the Year edition. And yeah, I thought this game was pretty good. I thought Skyrim was better, but probably like a 7 out of 10, honestly. I didn't really like it that much when I was a kid. Maybe even a 6 out of 10. I thought the combat was pretty outdated. Ooh, he's a Wii game. Ooh, dude, this one has a 6 CD. This is a really cool CD. Actually, like, I might go get that just to show you. Like, I thought this CD was, like, super cool. I don't remember the game that much. Alright, let me get this out real quick. This one's like super blue. I don't know of a CD that's even like this colorful anymore. I don't think they make CDs this colorful, mainly because people don't really care. Which is pretty reasonable why they wouldn't. But I mean, I'll give props to this company for making a really cool CD that honestly stood out even to today's standards. Here we go. Alright. Crap. Sorry about that. So this is it. Like, that's pretty sick. As a kid, I don't remember this game that much, but I didn't really like it. I got it mainly because it looked cool on the front cover, as I got most of my games back when I was a kid. But I think it was either something to do with the Wii's controls, which actually, a lot of the games weren't really that great for like Wii control and stuff like that. I mean, look at that. I mean, that's even from that like mini view, I don't know. It's probably an alright game. As a kid, I'd probably give it like a 5 out of 10. I don't remember playing that much at all. Oh, here's one. Alright, when you're a kid, everyone likes Brawl, or everyone likes Smash. So this is the one that I mainly grew up with. Some of the kids in my generations grew up with Melee a lot. This is kind of one I grew up with. Brawl to me was probably like a 9 out of 10 game, just because I loved the game when I was a kid. Still think it's a fun game. I like the new one, obviously. You know, like, I kind of collected them throughout the series. Ultimate's really fun as well. Register your software. What the heck is that thing behind it? I had the guidebook for this as well. It was a smaller guidebook, but it was still a guidebook. 9 out of 10 game. Alright, let's move on. Oh, so I was a really big, and still am, kind of a Pokemon monster collector type person. So I got the Spectrum series. I actually have all 3 of them. I have the 2 on the DS, and this is the one on the Wii. This is the 3rd one. This game's really fun. Honestly, like, I really wish they would actually keep this up. It's actually made by Disney. And surprisingly, they didn't make it like a Lilo and Stitch series. They actually made it straight up as game Monster Catcher. But dude, this game, like, so all these graphics are gonna be kind of rough, you know, because it's old. But even like most of these graphics aren't like terrible. I mean, it's like, I know it's also like, you know, pictures and stuff like that. But this game was interesting because you actually, instead of like just catching the monsters, you would like carve them out of fossils and then like level them up and stuff like that. This game had really weird controls. It was kind of rough even for like a kid. Like, I didn't think like as a kid that this game was like super fair in some fights, but we still got through it. Overall, pretty fun game. Maybe a little bit less now, but as a kid I remember this game being like really fun. For a kid level who likes monster catchers, I'd give this like an 8.5 out of 10. I played with my friend a lot too, which at that time was kind of a unique thing for a monster catcher because not many of them were actual like co-op games. So this one was co-op, and it was like full co-op, so you have to actually play as both characters due to how the game worked. Very interesting. Pretty fun though. Quake Wars. Alright, I didn't like this game that much. At this point I kind of had some shooters I played. I give this game, when I was a kid, I don't know, maybe like a 5 out of 10. I didn't really care for this game that much as a kid. I mean, there's a lot of awards there, but when you're a kid, sometimes it might have been more of a competitive type thing. I didn't care for it that much. Probably like 5 out of 10. Thrillville, kind of like the bootleg ripoff of Coaster. It's actually made by the same people that made Star Wars Battlefront 2, LucasArts. Thrillville, I remember playing this game a little bit as a kid. I liked it because it was interesting, and you got mini games in here. You could build your own theme park. As a kid, I thought it was pretty fun. Probably like, as a kid, I give it like an 8 out of 10. I remember playing that game quite a bit. Alright, dude, there's a lot of, man, there's like actually quite a bit. Oh, there's DS games in here too. Oh, man. Oh, no. Boom. Everyone remembers this game if you had a PlayStation 2 back in the day. Like, low-key, this game probably might have been arguably like a 10 out of 10 game as a kid. Like, this game was like, I played this game probably the most on my PlayStation 2. Yeah, I'd probably give this game a 10 out of 10. I don't give out 10 out of 10s that much because I don't think the game's perfect. But as a kid, if you asked me like what game was like the best game, I'd probably say it was Star Wars Battlefront 2. Probably give that game a 10 out of 10. Honestly, it's probably the most fun PS2 game I think I played as a kid. It's kind of a weird game, and it has a weird texture too. Like, texture is like not really like the plastic they normally use. So we got The Incredibles. I do remember playing this game I remember beating this game, let's put it that way. As a kid, I thought this game was pretty fun. Probably give it like an 8 out of 10, just because I thought it was fun. I beat it. I didn't remember going back and like playing it a lot. Blockbuster. Cool game. Maybe. Went back and played it now, it'd probably be pretty bad. But, yeah. Ooh, Madagascar, here we go. I remember playing this game. There was some like weird kind of mini games in here. That's what I remember from. And then I played the actual game. This game I played a lot, and I thought it was pretty fun. Dude, look at that memory card. Can you even see that? 65 kilobytes. Oh, jeez, man. The fact that they even stuck games on 65 kilobytes. I'd say, oh dang, she got some. Oh, it's all in black and white. That's kind of lame. Yeah, dude, I remember like, oh yeah. Yeah, I remember this game being kind of fun. I can't really remember like actually like a whole lot on this. I probably, as a kid, I thought it was fun. I remember beating. It's probably like a 7 to 8 out of 10. Most of the ones that I remember beating, because I'm going to get into games that I really didn't beat at all. Mainly because I just didn't like the game. And that's just why. So a lot of the games that I beat, I'll probably give like an 8 out of 10. Flushed Away, I remember this game. I had a lot of like the Disney animations games that moved over. Dude, this game is probably dog trash, dude. I don't think I actually beat this game. I don't know. I really don't recall. I remember playing this game and making fun of it as a kid because I thought it was just funny calling Flushed Away. I don't know, dude. Probably like, if I was to give it a rating now, this could probably be like a 6 out of 10. At that point, maybe like a 7 out of 10 because I don't remember beating it, to be honest. This game, It was a flipping spider. It's flipping gross. Things have been sitting out there for a while. Eh, whatever, dude. Viva Pinata. Oh, dude. Okay, so what happened was so this game was an Xbox exclusive, and it launched with the console, if I'm not mistaken. Viva Pinata. This is the Party Animals version, which at the time, as a kid, I didn't know the difference, and I thought they were all just this kind of like the same, like, life sim type game. Well, it turns out this is a very mini game based one, and they're trying to like mimic like kind of like Mario Party, and I did not like that at all. And I didn't play this game for that reason. I'd probably give like a 5 out of 5 or 5 out of 10 out of 5 out of 5. Yeah, I just didn't like that game at all because I thought it was a very lying type thing to do after you make a whole series built on Life Sim and then you just like make a random game that's like, you know, not even close to a Life Sim. It's kind of lame. Alright, get all these manuals that are just like thrown in here out of the way. Section 8. I remember playing this game a lot. And even as a kid, I thought this game was like not that great. Like not up to par with like other shooters. But I played it a lot and I actually thought this game was like okay. Probably gonna get angry at me for not liking Quake Wars, but I actually played this game a lot and I do remember this. I'd probably give like an 8 out of 10. Now, if I went back and played this now, it'd probably be super slow and everything like that. Not saying most of those games are from this era. But I actually enjoyed this game a lot as a kid. I remember there actually being some cool stuff like badges in this. Like in the thing, because I think it was like 1 or 2 badges you got that said like Section 8 on it. This is a cool game. I don't know what happened to this series, but yeah. So I'm throwing a DS game just because. Oh dang. Okay. Wow. Alright. Pokemon Black. Okay. I actually didn't even know I had this. So that's kind of cool, actually. So, I know I had the game still. It's not in here, but... Dude, this manual's flipping thick, bro. Look at this. It might be in dual languages. No? Jeez. Okay. That is one of the HMs. What is all this stuff? Like, what the heck? Pokedex Victini? Don't miss your chance to obtain Victini. I don't even think this has been touched till like right now. Because it's just telling you what to do. Anyway, Pokemon Black, when it first came out, I did not like 5th gen at all. I know a lot of people like 5th gen a lot. I didn't like 5th gen really, period. I went back and like, you know, I respect the Pokemon from it now, but when I was a kid, I did not like this gen that much. So I probably, like, as a kid, this is a definite, like, 7 to 6 out of 10 for me. Like, I did not like Pokemon Black. That's, a lot of people would like to actually argue that it's a good game, and I don't doubt, like, I think it's a good game, I just didn't like it on the Pokemon scale. Alright, Borderlands Game of the Year Edition. My brother actually gave me this for Easter. He bought it for me. Borderlands is a series that I really do enjoy. I didn't like the third one that much. The first one's really good. Really good, as I played it recently, and I actually think it's below most standards. I got the remaster. So, going up playing it recently, this game is definitely like a 7 out of 10. As a kid, it was like the first type of game that really emphasized looting and shooting, I feel like, and as a kid, it's definitely a 9 out of 10, especially the fact that my brother gave it to me. So yeah. Okay, so here's a weird one. I was extremely surprised to see this. I thought I sold this. Okay. This game I got for 30 bucks on a really weird deal with GameStop. It went something along the lines of they didn't have Metroid Prime 3, but they had this game. And they were like, it has 3 in it, and I'll give you to the same price for 3. And at that point, 3 was on sale for like 30 bucks. So they were like, all right, I was like, all right, cool. So I'll take Metroid Prime Trilogy. And this was kind of, I think this was kind of more towards the end of the Wii's life cycle. But anyway, The disc is in here. I actually took it off, and the back of it is very, very clear. This game I didn't really play too much of, but I could tell even as a kid that this game was really fun. I just didn't play a lot of it, mainly probably because I started getting on my 360 and stuff like that. Started transitioning out of the Wii. And I also think that the controls, obviously with Wii controls, most games are kind of like weird, but this one I feel like actually kind of worked decently well with the Wii controls. I was just probably bad at the game as a kid. So as a kid, I probably give this game like an 8 out of 10. If I go back and played it now, probably like higher than that, but I still haven't really played it, so I can't really say that for sure. All right, let's keep moving on. All right, here's the worst game I think I actually own. Anubis 2. I don't think I've ever heard of this company again. Not saying that they don't exist or that they went out because they ran out of money. I just don't think I've ever seen them again. This game is rough with cameras as a kid, and okay, so like when you're a kid, most games are above average. So if a kid tells you your game is bad, it's really bad. Because they can put up with a lot of stuff since they don't really know that much. This game had terrible like camera transitioning, just really bad pointing and stuff like that. Even as a kid, this game was like a 4 to 5 out of 10 for me. And dude, this game was bad. This game was really bad, in my opinion. Maybe not the worst game ever, but it's probably the worst game I own. If not, I'm pretty sure, like, almost with, like, a factual, this is the worst game I own, like a 4 or 5 out of 10. So, yeah, that's Anubis. Don't buy that game unless you want to, like, not have fun. It might have just been the controls, too. Like, that game might have been alright. It's just the controls are really whack. Dude, there's, like, spider parts all over this stuff. Alright. This game was alright. Rabbids Go Home. I remember playing this, and I think I actually beat this too. Weird game. You kind of go around. I think it was stealing stuff, if I'm not mistaken. Anyway, oh no, you're trying to build up to the moon. That's right. And this game's okay. I don't really know. I mean, even as a kid, I didn't think it was that great. I mean, probably 7 out of 10 when I was a kid. But yeah. Moving right along, because I didn't really care for that game that much. I tried to get that game a solid shot too. Oh. Okay. So this game was interesting. So basically how you got the monsters in this game, another monster collector. You actually inserted DVDs into the PlayStation 2 and they copied, I don't know how it worked, something had to do with data, and they basically transferred into monsters. So that's how you got monsters in this game. Very strange. I remember you fighting each other. There's a story mode. You kind of like had a life sim up here. That's what this is. And then you would like, yeah, you would go on this adventure mode. It wasn't that great, but then you could like, you know, fight stuff. I don't know, you evolved. Interesting. Kind of weird. I don't really hear this series like ever. So it's either dead or like in the background and stuff. I mean, there's like cool monsters. So I mean, as a kid, I thought it was alright. Probably like 7 or 8 out of 10. I put it in Full Metal Jacket CD one day, and I thought I was gonna get like an Army Man or something. I forgot what I got, but that was my intention, was to get like an Army Man. Didn't work. But anyway, Sonic Heroes. I remember playing this game, but it was a pretty good racing game from what I remember as a kid. I mean, probably like a 7 out of 10. Yeah, I don't know. I remember the soundtrack was pretty good in this game. As far as like actual gameplay goes, I don't remember a whole lot of it. It's kind of like, I'm just going off of like what I remember. So you can see the greasy fingers. Oof. Yeah, I don't really know what I'm doing these ratings. I want to take any. I'll just take it with a grain of salt, honestly. Some of these I can remember. Some of these I really can't, but I remember like enjoying them as a kid. All right, Rainbow Six. Vegas 2. I got this from my friend and I borrowed it. He never got it back. Probably should give it back as a meme at this point. I still know him in real life. And yeah, this game is I played it. I didn't care for it a whole lot. I didn't really like tactical shooters when I started playing this. And as a kid, I'd probably get like a 6 out of 10 because I didn't really care for it that much. My friend says it's like one of his favorite games like ever though. So, completely different opinion on that. Now, ironically, this is going to be completely contradictory. This game's Ghost Recon 2. This wasn't as much as a strategic shooter, like tactical shooter. It was more of a strategic shooter, I should say. And you'd like control different squads and stuff. I actually did really good. I like this game a lot as a kid. So I probably give this game like an 8 out of 10. Maybe like, yeah, like an 8, 8.5. I like this game quite a bit as a kid. Very fun game. Alright, so this is the actual like collection. So in this one you get Plants vs. Zombies, Peggle, and you get Zuma for 20 bucks. Alright. So this actually released on disc and I have the disc. Plants vs. Zombies, great game. Still play it. Great game. Really good tower defense game. Probably like 8 or 9 out of 10. Nah, I would give it a 9 out of 10. The game's really good. Peggle's like, I actually played it recently in a remastered version on the PlayStation. Solid game. There's a spider on this. Fun game. Peggle's good. I don't remember much of Zumba. It was kind of a weird, like, puzzle shooter that, definitely did not like it as much. Halo Wars. Alright, so this is one of those comp-in substitute cases. Kind of a strange thing they did with this, but anyway. Halo Wars, fun game. I remember I beat this game. I thought it was really fun. Probably like 8.5 out of 10 for me. I thought it was good. I remember that was kind of recent as in like maybe like 6th or 7th grade. I remember working for this game. I was like shoveling dirt in my house and I wanted this game, so my parents were like, "All right, we'll get you a game if you shovel dirt for us." So I was like, all right. So I got this game. Fun game. Definitely like an 8.5 probably out of 10 as well. I played this one recently. The heck? Dude, you just get the most random stuff in these. Like sometimes, like, what is this? Oh, it's a little comic. This was before Disney owned Star Wars, I'm pretty sure. And gave all their rights to EA. So this is also LucasArts. Fun game. Star Wars Force Unleashed 2. Dang, dude, this is a lot of games, man. I have more now, but still, these are physical games. Spyro Dawn of the Dragon. This game was really fun as a kid. I say this game actually kind of helped me out with a lot of stuff I drew as a kid. I drew a lot of monsters and stuff. And this game definitely like kind of spawned that like thought process in my head. I can see most of these monsters and they were just really cool. As a kid, this game was like, there was a train boss that I remember really vividly, like just making me extremely like angry because I thought the boss was like just stupid broken. If I went back and played it now, it might be like a little bit more annoying, but it wouldn't be anything crazy. As a kid, I like this game a lot. I give this game probably like a 9 out of 10 as a kid. That's one I remember very vividly playing a lot. Alright, let's move on. Got Gears 2. These games are fun. There's just a lot of blood and gore and just killing everything you see. Fun game. I don't remember much from it. I just remember chainsawing people in half, which is probably what most people remember from these games, and then like killing really big things. Probably this game, like, I mean, I'm gonna like say this, probably like an 8.5 out of 10. It was a fun game when I was a kid. There we go, Gears of War 2. Okay, let's keep it going. This one's a foil. It's kind of weird. I don't think there's many games that have foil on their, just like their, I don't know what this is called, but like their cover art. It's kind of strange. Final Fantasy 13 is fun. I thought this game was really fun. There's a trilogy for this. I have the first and second, and this is Lightning, I'm pretty sure. And the first one was it was more unforgiving, I would say. There was a boss in there that I remember really vividly of just being the classic Final Fantasy boss that just absolutely just like stumps you into the dirt until he go farm like 1 billion things and level up. It was like resistant to everything, and it had a tail, like an extremely large health pool, and it dealt a decent amount of damage. It was really broken. Fun game, probably like an 8 out of 10. It was, yeah, I liked it enough to buy the second one, let's put it that way. Or to work for the second one. Okay, this game, kind of strange that they got rid of this game series. Lost Planet is pretty fun. Lost Planet 2 is very fun as well. So it's kind of like Shadow of the Colossus in a way. You just kill big things, dude. That's literally it. You just kill big things with guns. That is this game in a nutshell. It is actually pretty fun, to be honest. Like most games that do this, like it generally like doesn't work out that well, but this game like somehow made it work, and it was pretty fun. From what I remember as a kid, this game was solid. This game was like actually really fun to play through. Kept me intrigued. I mean, I'd say probably like a 9 out of 10, honestly. 8.5, 9 out of 10 for a kid. That game was very fun. Okay. Fallout 3. Now, this game, being a Bethesda game, I'm like, alright, let's go, buy its counterpart. So let's go get Fallout 3. Fallout 3 is fun. I think it's I didn't like it as much as Skyrim just because I didn't like the environment and stuff like that, but I do think it's a pretty fun game overall. So yeah, probably give it like, I personally just, Fallout series is just a massive, not really a massive, but to me it's a downgrade from the Elder Scrolls. I'd probably give like an 8 out of 10. The VAT system was cool. I like the RPG elements, but like the story and just the like environments, I just didn't care for them that much. If you like those environments, it's probably one of the best games around. If you don't like them, I just don't like them. It's just how it goes. Alright, make sure there's no spiders in here. There's a screw of some sort. It's flipping weird. I don't know what that is. Probably don't want to know either. Keep that closed. And yeah. Star Wars is a video game. This game is really fun as a kid. As a kid, this next to Star Wars Battlefront 2 is like the crown jewels, alright? This game has a purple back cover on its disc. I don't know any other game that has a purple back color on its disc. Honestly, 9.5 out of 10. I don't think it's as good as Battlefront 2, but this game's solid as a kid. I don't think there's much more that needs to be said. If you played that game, you know for a fact you love that game. Alright, let me pull out the disc just to prove you that it is purple on the back. 1 second here. The heck? I think it might be on this sheet. We're not done yet. Where is it? Oh, here it is. Alright. See that? Flip it over and it's purple. Sounds like a dark blue purple. Still does pretty much purple. This CD scratched to like all get out. I didn't really put my disc in like anything. Even I didn't put in really anything as a kid, and they got all scratched. Except that's why I thought Metroid Prime was like. I just put that one back in his case and it's like left it there. What the heck is this? Who did this? This released with the actual. Okay, so this was an actual launch. This came with my Xbox. Okay, I don't think they've ever done this before or since then. If they've done it before, they probably have. This is weird. I don't think I've seen this in a while. So you got Halo 3 ODST, and on the back, you got Forza Motorsport 3. Now I know, like, on digital sales they do this, but in physical sales, they normally release one CD and that's it. But they generally don't do like a back-to-back thing. Like, these are two different games that were released with it at the same time. Now these are actual like launch games, or at least to promote the Xbox. I think it was Arcade that I bought, and dude, this is pretty solid, honestly. So let me check it out. Yeah, boom. Boom, that's 4 CDs because they got 2 of the little things to plug them in with. Then you got the Forza Motorsport 3. I don't even remember playing Forza. That's the weird part about this whole deal. I personally don't even remember playing Forza, like, at all. So I can't even like give this. Yeah, that's weird. I don't remember playing that at all. But I do remember this, because this is a rated M game, and at the time, I didn't play any rated M games, because I came from the Wii to this. Now, launching with a rated M game was, it's good, because it is the promotion for Halo, but as a kid, this was like a big deal for my parents, alright? So I couldn't really like play this game, like when my parents were home, I'd like kind of push it off to the side. But this was like, this actually was my first Halo game. And honestly, it is one of like the more worser Halo games. So to me, honestly, like even as a kid, this game's probably like an 8, not even an 8. I'm probably gonna give like a 7 out of 10. I didn't think Halo 3 ODST was that great, mainly because it didn't have like a big multiplayer. The expansion for Halo 3, I think it gave it Mythic for like Sandbox, and I think it was Sandbox map, which is like one of the best maps that me and my friends played on for like fun. Yeah, this game's like a 7 out of 10. It only had Firefight, a campaign, and I think the multiplayer was still just for Halo 3. So yeah, it was alright. Alright, let's move on. Monster Hunter 3 Try on the Wii. Now, I actually had this game on the DS, and it is fun on the DS, not on the Wii. This game had really weird controls on the Wii. And not knowing how much damage you're dealing as a kid, this game was... I'm actually surprised I even bought the 4th one, dude. This game, like, this made me extremely aggravated. Probably, like, as a kid, this game was like a 6 out of 10 or less. Just because I just didn't know what to do. I was, like, stuck. There's no way to really tell how much health the monster has. You're just kind of swinging at it until it dies. And the newer ones, they improved this, but it took up to 4 to really, like, make you, like, see the monster, like, dying every time you, like, at a certain point, like, parts will break off. It starts limping. It starts... In this one, it limped, but the parts did not break off. And the 4th one, I think, started adding, like, staggers, so, like, you can, like, see the monster, like, visibly, like, feel the blows that you're dealing in. Which is a bigger, like, deal than this game, in my opinion. It's kind of interesting. It's compatible with Wii Speak. I don't think anyone actually used that. If they did, it was very, very minimal. But, yeah. Cool. There's that game. Alright, another Wii game. Bakugan Battle Brawlers. Ooh. Now, this game is the one that most people remember. Because in all actuality, I went back and watched footage on this. It doesn't look terrible. But it just doesn't play that well, honestly. They kind of did some weird stuff with it. It was different from the actual, like, game itself on, like, when you're just rolling the Bakugan. I don't know, to me, this game wasn't that great. I'd probably give it a 6 out of 10. I seem like they, like, took a massive liberties from, like, the actual, like, game to kind of made it something else. I didn't really like that. Digimon World 4. Okay, this game was weird. If I went back and played it now, I might have a different approach on it. It was a hack and slash kind of top down, kind of like Minecraft Dungeons, and you would play it as a Digimon, one of these dudes, and then you would go around fighting other Digimon. It was really weird. Shoot, dude, I don't even know. This game was, in my opinion, as a kid, this game was bad. Probably give like a 5 out of 10, maybe 6 out of 10. I got it mainly because I was like, Digimon, you know, it's like kind of like Pokemon. Get, you know, Digimon, try it out, you know. Alright, we got Nerf Instrike Elite. This game was fun. I liked this game a lot as a kid. It had a very good, in my opinion, like Wii support with the nunchucks and the Wii remote, which is pretty cool. Had some cool stuff like that where you can like decode stuff. And as a kid, that seems like, as now like growing up, like I'm like, yeah, whatever. But like as a kid, that's really cool. I give this game probably like an 8.5 out of 10, and I'll probably give it like a 9 out of 10, honestly, like from a kid's perspective. Like if I went back and played that now, it'd probably drastically lower. Here's another one with the foil case, Chicken Little. I don't remember playing this game that much, but I do remember what I did play of it. It made me upset. So I probably would give it like a 7 out of 10. As probably most of these were legitimately back in the day. Now this one was a very bad purchase. So as a kid, I didn't really know what Final Fantasy like online meant, but looking at it now, this is 3 expansions. Just looking at it, but I also didn't really know what subscriptions meant, and I bought this game. I didn't have Xbox Live at the time. And, I mean, I just didn't like it because I couldn't play it, you know? It's unfortunate. I literally spent my parents probably like $60, $50 on this, and I just couldn't play it because I didn't know how to. Holy crap, dude. Jeez. I mean, I know it's an MMO and stuff, but I mean, like, putting that on a manual, like, that's extremely daunting. Apparently Final Fantasy 14 is pretty good, which I have played that, and it's alright. Dang. Legacy of the Duels of the Roses. This game didn't really play how most Yu-Gi-Oh games do now. It was kind of strange how it played. I don't remember exactly how you like played it because I was really young. I kind of got confused because I didn't really know how to play Yu-Gi-Oh on top of that. So not being able, like, not being how you actually played it, slash, you know, not knowing how to play Yu-Gi-Oh, it didn't help out at all. And I'd probably give this game like a 7 out of 10, maybe 6 out of 10. I thought it was fun because I did win matches, I remember that, but like, it wasn't because I actually knew what I was doing. I kind of pressed buttons, you know? Actually, Master Chief's helmet's reflecting on this, her mask. Halo, this is the first 343 game from, they made Halo. I really don't know how you can make this game bad because the first one was already good. So yeah, I mean, it's a good game. But like 9 out of 10-ish, you know? It's Halo. They gave you, I think, like 4 maps in Reach. Yeah, see. Game out on download. I think I already redeemed these. So yeah. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, these are just the 2 things. I also got this back in the day, which is kind of neat. I like the 2-day gold pass memberships, like every once in a while in these. But yeah, I don't know. 6 classic multiplayer maps, brand new Firefight mission. That was basically the main reason why you bought this, because really it was just a revamp, probably like an HD version of, not even HD, just 720p, maybe 1080p. Version of Halo 1, and it was basically just Halo 1. It was alright. It was Halo. Literally. Beat it. Fun game. Boom Blocks. This is the second one. Bash Party. Fun game. Very fun game as a kid. Whoever made this, good job. This is a literal, like, If you got this, if you got your kid this, they played it for a long time because this game was like explosions. It was the OG Angry Birds, honestly. Let's check it out. When did this game come out? 2009. I think this game actually came out before the original. Was probably like 2008 or 2007, and it probably came out before Angry Birds. Very fun game. You just threw stuff at blocks and they basically blew up, and you just got points and stuff like that. Awesome game as a kid. 9 to 9.5 out of 10. Honestly, like if whoever made that, they really made a game that was good. It's unfortunate that series just never went on. Universe at War strategy game. Didn't like it that much. 7 out of 10. Didn't play that much either. Don't have much to talk about. Dude, what the heck? Oh, snap. I actually have this? Alright. I remember getting this game as a kid, too, because it came off my school in middle school, and I was like, Mom, I need to get a game. Or no, it was actually, I was like, I need to take a day off to school to play this game, and she was like, okay, fine. It was a lot more than that because, you know, she's obviously not going to do that. But then, like, that day I went to go play this game, basically the entire day, I didn't even, like, get to play it. It was, like, even, like, the time I got to play it when I was off of school was, like, the time I would have got home. So I remember that, and I was kind of, like, bummed out. But Pikmin's an alright game. It's kind of weird because, like, there's a time frame and stuff like that. And as a kid, I didn't have enough, like, mental patience to, like, really figure out the time frame and stuff like that. Fun game. I feel like if I went back and played it now, I would have a different outlook on it and actually like it a lot more. Yeah, probably like a 7 out of 10 though as a kid. Definitely like not up there on the mental scale for patience. This game was really fun as a kid. I remember this one a lot, just playing it, just going through it. I liked Scooby-Doo as a kid. This game was kind of weird, kind of like took some liberties. It's kind of an adventure game, action adventure game. I'd give it like honestly 8.5 out of 10, maybe 9 out of 10 when I was a kid. Fun game. Alright. Now, Pokemon Heart Gold is fun. Now, I never really beat this game just because I don't have the patience to really anymore to go. I mean, I could beat it. I don't mind doing it. A lot of people, this is their favorite generation just because you can play through the first one and second one. And this one also has up to 4th gen in Pokemon. Fun game. This game probably has one of the most longest hours just because of that. That's interesting. That's really interesting. You put the Game Boy game in there. That means this game, this is like very, like, when did this game come out? 2010. So to me, this game is like actually like, so to have this Game Boy cartridge, what he did was on the actual DS, the first one, you would have the Game Boy slot underneath, and a lot of time you would do a Pal Park to get your old Pokemon up here on your Pokemon games. So that's what that's for. Interesting. Game was fun. Probably an 8 or 9 out of 10. I never beat that game. If I was actually not interested in other games at that time, because I was also kind of like morphing over into other games, I probably would have beat that game because I would beat my other Pokemon games. Transformers Revenge of the Fallen. I don't remember much of this game. I remember being kind of like a fighting game. I don't have enough to give a review on because frankly my memories on this is like super nil. So yeah, that's a game. Probably not that great to be honest, but I do have it. Now this one I played a lot of as a kid. I like the soundtrack. There's a lot of dust on these things. I like the soundtrack on this game just because of the time frame. I was a kid and I didn't really have any other like soundtracks to go off of, so I've been kind of like a light rock to like very, very light metal type stuff. More like punk rock, I should say. It was really fun. You also went to the edge of the map and it blew you back into like the middle of the map. Very fun game. If I went back and played this now, I probably still would enjoy it. Like, honestly, I think this game would probably stand the test of time just because the mechanics are really simple. The maps and graphics obviously would be pretty rough, but as a kid, this game was like an 8, like a 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10. I don't even want to open this game up. I actually know where the CD is. Call of Duty 3, fun game. I remember beating it. I didn't have the online capabilities, so that was the thing. Yeah, fun game. First like actual like Call of Duty I ever played was Call of Duty 3. So yeah, I think this game's alright. I don't think it's bad. I think if I can play it now, there's definitely some outdated stuff in it. As a kid, this game was definitely really fun because I remember it because it was my first shooter. I'd probably give it an 8.5 out of 10 just because, you know, I liked it as a kid. And my last game, that's in this box at least, it's Assassin's Creed. Dude, this is gonna make some people angry. If you're still watching this, cool, thank you. But Assassin's Creed Original is probably one of my favorite Assassin's Creeds, and it's not because I'm like biased. I just think it's so simplistic in how it actually operated that it just worked. Some of the other stuff was really gimmicky, and it's still really gimmicky and trying to change it. I don't mind that at all. They can do whatever they want. I do appreciate them trying to make new stuff. But this game just works. The core mechanics is this game. Like, this game is the core mechanics for the series. And everything builds off this game pretty much. Solid game. Honestly, like, this game is very, very good. Probably like a 9.5 out of 10. And I don't like Ubisoft most of the time. It's just personal things. I just don't think recently the games have been polished. They normally release glitchy and stuff like that, but this game was solid. And it's not that I don't like Ubisoft games. I just think that they come out pretty rough sometimes. But yeah, just my opinion, 2 cents on it. So yeah, those are all my games that I played when I was a kid. So yeah, I have some more, like my DS games. I definitely had a lot more DS games, but I didn't have those in that box. And cool. That was a lot of games though. That was a lot of games. It was probably like 40, 50 games. And yeah, cool. Everyone have a good day. Hope to see you again next time. Bye.